You know, my boys and girls, as I lie back here, and it's about to give you the political naked truth about government in Ontario. You see, we're always talking about the Premier, we're always talking about Patrick Brown, we're always talking about Andrea Orvad, as we always do when it comes to the Liberals, the Conservatives, and the New Democratic Party of Ontario. And for as long as we can remember, and most likely most of our lives, we've always thought that the only choice was the Liberals, the Conservatives, and the New Democrats. Three different parties with three different ideologies and three different beliefs. But these parties are looking to get you to buy into their beliefs. And you have to decide, what do I believe? Do I go Liberals? Do I go Conservatives? Do I go New Democrat? Well, I'm an environmentalist, but nobody cares about the environment, it seems, when it comes to these three political parties. But I'm going to be radical, and I'm going to vote the Green. But you see, here's the problem we got. We've got now four different ideologies: Liberals, Conservatives, New Democrats, and the Green Party of Ontario. We say, well, where is your voice? Where's my voice? We're hearing the voice of these four different ideologies, but we are not hearing the voice that represents us all. A voice that shows about the equality of the value of all of us. You see, the service of government is no longer the service of government. It is now a political chase for profit or for what type of influence you can garner. And that's why I form the People. People say, what type of party is that? What type of political? The People. The People? Who in their right mind would vote for the people? Who wants the people to have a say in their government? You know, people always says, Kevin Clarke, you're whacked. Buddy, you want the people? You want the people to vote for the people? No, we don't want government to work efficiently. We don't want accountability. We don't want people who are going to adhere to the responsibilities that's put onto them. That's service. We don't want service. You put the people in government. Oh, they know what the people need. They know what the people's problems are. They know what the people's values are, because they are the people. Yeah, but you know something? I want that Harvard guy. I want that guy with that law degree. I want that guy where, you know, if whatever happened in my life, I'm going to need a lawyer, or I'm going to need myself somebody who's got some total influence, right? You know, I want that guy to represent me. Why? Is he going to solve the problem? Eventually the problem will solve itself, but I look good because that guy looks good. He wears a nice suit. Did you see? This is the car he was driving? Oh my goodness, that guy was driving like a Benz. Hey, that's the type of guy I want representing me. I want a guy who don't know what it's like to be me. That's what we got in government right now. We got individuals who don't know what it's like to be you, to live like you, have to struggle day by day to pay the rent, to put food in the fridge, much less fresh food on the table, to get your children clothing. It's almost back to school time. Yeah, well, you get baby bonus, you get this, you get that. Yeah. But I also got the responsibility of taking care of my child, of looking out for the safety of my child. I have to also educate my child, and I have to also make sure that my child can enjoy the livelihood of life. And God forbid, if you have a wife, no pun intended, ladies, then you got a second child. Nah, just a joke, right? You know, but to lighten it up, right? What government has become is an establishment for financial gain and power struggle between a minor few who end up perceiving an image that they think you want to be. And then they made promises and they put forth that image, and all we're getting during their term is that image. And that's where the People's Political Party of Ontario comes in. You know, we were founded on not image, we were founded on issues. We have gone through the poverty. We have gone through the sleeping underneath the bridge. We have gone through the attacks. We have gone through the violence. We've gone through the hustle and the bustle day by day. Some of us who are in the party have also gone through the injustice of the criminal injustice system. Many different problems, many different ailments. We are many different races, many different religions, but we are of one creation, life. We are definitely a pro-life party. We look for the enhancement of the value of life, where we firmly focus on the equality of all. So we are not of race or religion or of sexuality. We are of humanity. And humanity comes forth from creation. And creation is the life. That is what brings the life, is the creation. So we value all lives. So all lives matter. The People's Political Party of Ontario, we wishes to focus on those hidden issues that affect our social structure and our social upbringing and our social unity. There is a grave problem in Ontario in the Native community. You don't blame the Native. You say, hold it. Does not their child life matter? Does not their life matter? Why do they have to boil water just to drink water? You're extremely thirsty and you're in some communities in Ontario and you have to boil water. Can you imagine if it's a scorching hot day outside and you're thirsty? You have to boil water and then you have to freeze the water so you can have the cold water so you can quench your thirst. You know, it is for you to do your cooking. Your child is hungry. This is something that should not be happening in Ontario. But by the actions of the Premier of Ontario and those elected members of Parliament in all three major parties, we see where they are not focused on the needs of the people. Let's take in light the children's rights in the Caitlin Sampson inquest into the murder of this poor 7-year-old child by those who she was entrusted as care to. 173 stunning recommendations of how agencies of the Ontario government could have prevented this child's death. But yet, the mother of this child, after waiting 7 years for an inquest, didn't even receive a call from the Premier of Ontario. Not even a few lines that says our condolences. We will do better for others. We will look to give justice for your daughter and the best justice possible for your loss. We are going to debate these recommendations, and we are going to take out the recommendations that are proposed as life-saving, and we are going to implement them into law and the Education Act in Ontario as this inquest recommended. And the reason we're going to do that is because 7 years, a mother had to wait 7 years, and then she was exonerated. To where it says, yeah, she failed the child once because of her personal problem that made her felt she couldn't take care of the child, and she put it in the care of the agencies of the government of Ontario. But we, as the Ontario government failed that child 173 times to her one. And her one failure was that she did what she was supposed to do. When are we going to debate these recommendations into the death of 7-year-old Caitlin Sampson? The government of Ontario must answer that. We have spoke about all different type of rights. We spoke about gay rights. Now we're talking about Black Lives Matter. But how about children's lives? Does children's lives matter? If children's lives matter, then the Ontario government must show that. The Ontario government must show that they're in the service of protecting the people's interest in this province. And the people's interest in the province of Ontario is their children. I have no children. And 7 years later, I am still campaigning for children's rights and for justice for Caitlin Sampson and for Bernice Sampson. And it's one day after Premier Kathleen Wynne calls this historical by-election in Scarborough Rouge River. And we're hearing from Patrick Brown, we're hearing from Andrea Horvath, and we're hearing about Kathleen Wynne that their Liberal Conservative New Democratic Party are the best party to gain the government in 2018. Their focus is for power for their party. Well, the People's Political Party of Ontario, we are here. And we are going to Scarborough Rouge River because we are going to open doors for children's rights in Ontario. We're going to address the issues that affect the people of this province, not the wants of the political party. And the Liberal Conservatives, New Democrat, these supposed major parties are only major parties because you're not hearing from all parties. And when you hear from all parties, you will hear about the interests of the people. And that's why we are the people. The People's Political Party of Ontario. We are building a better future for this province, and we are bringing a new era in government to where it's not just about the status quo and about how much flow you got. It's about the love that we show for the needs of all in not just humanity, in creation. We are a pro-life party, yes. We're a party that stands for real values. A party that does not wish people to go hungry. A party that does not wish people to sleep on the streets. A party that does not wish people to bring their children up in poverty. And a party to see that all in this province can enjoy the livelihood of life. September 1st in Scarborough Rouge River, our deputy leader, Dwight Mclean, is our candidate. And I'm Kevin Clarke. I am taking the role of giving you, the people, a voice in your service of government. Non-voters, you are the people. 50% of the people do not vote because they've given up on government. But reality, government is good because it serves the needs of all. So don't give up on government. Give up on politicians. So support the people over the politicians. And that's the message from this man on a mission to restore our service of government. That's the People's Political Party, Scarborough Rouge River, September 1st. Non-voters, get out and vote. Dwight Mclean, Ontario's next Member of Parliament. Let's restore government and bring government into a new era.